Hi everyone, we'll get started and people can join in. I'll just let them in. Meanwhile, we could get started. First of all, I would like to welcome everybody for coming and joining in today for this webinar. Also would like to extend my gratitude to Kirtana. She's joined us, and also Sheetal. Thank you for joining in today. They are our guest speakers for the day.
Thank you, Richa.
Hi. So, in today's web session, we would cover a couple of things, and I would like to brief everybody about it. So, we would be discussing about tactics to attract more students to your preschool. We would be discussing about how to build an online presence. We will also discuss about how we will be managing parental inquiries once you open up a new preschool. So, our goal is to provide you with actionable insights and practical tools that you can actually implement immediately to see positive results when you're opening up a preschool. And like I mentioned, so I would firstly introduce our speakers for the day. So I would like to introduce Miss Kirtana Reddy. She's the founder and principal of Toddler Town Preschool. So, Toddler Town Childcare Trust was established in 2021. The reason behind why this preschool started was to have a real opportunity to make a difference in young lives and also influence the future generation. Kitana wanted to make education affordable to all the classes of students by sharing quality education and help develop a child socially, mentally, and emotionally. Thank you, Kirtana, for joining us today.
Thank you, Richard.
Now, I would like to introduce our next esteemed speaker, Mrs. Sheetal Rahul Kandewar. She's the founder and director. She's a textile engineer turned into educator. She holds a Bachelor of Education and Teachers Training certification with over 12 years of experience in the education field and currently working as an educator. She's dedicated to fostering a love for learning in young minds, motivated by a genuine desire to contribute positively to early childhood education, driven by kindness and committed to launching an impactful educational venture. Thank you, Sheetal, for joining us today.
Thank you, Richa, for the lovely introduction.
A warm welcome to both of you. So now you both have a very established preschool. So firstly, we'll begin to learn how did this plan come up that you want to, So we would like to hear about that.
So,
Anyone?
okay. Let me is that okay, Kirtana?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have seen difference in the how the traditional teaching methodology was, the preschoolers existing preschools are using, and I have been a teacher since and in the field of education since last more than 10 years. So I wanted to actually change it into the playway method and actually develop the overall nowadays, children are more into mobiles and screen time. So I wanted to give them not only educational but the overall development of the child that I was looking for. So I came across this Teeny Bins. Thanks to Teeny Bins, they provide lovely curriculum and overall great support. So I just wanted to go ahead with that, and am already interested in that. So with the help of Teeny Bin support, I could do that. So that was great.
Sure, thank you. Kirchana, would like to hear from you as
Yeah.
well.
As much Sheetal has told, this generation kids are something that they look forward, like for the next 5 years, where are they going to stand up to? So, and the education right now, what we are giving in is also the same thing. So, as they told, like it's completely into screen time, completely into, AI, robotics, and all these things that which we were not aware of when we were young enough to do all those things, right? So when you let the child do something practically, that gives more scope and that gives more knowledge than when you give something with academics related. So why not give a child centric education along with playway and activities based kind of again, activity based doesn't mean only with activities, because end of the day the child doesn't know how to write, and that will also be another issue over the parents, like my child is not writing, my child is not writing. And if we keep them writing, again the child is only into academics and no curricular activities. So the balance between both is what toddler town has been focusing all about. Yeah, Richa.
Thank you, both of you, for the lovely insights. It's really interesting to know what your vision was before you wanted to start up a preschool. So now, since you're successfully running, both of you, you're women entrepreneurs, and I'm very proud to, have two women with me today in this platform. So now I want to understand, like, when you opened up a preschool, the children were coming in, were you facing any kind of difficulty, like, handling parental inquiries? So what were the challenges like when you initially opened up a preschool, and how did you, handle those?
Yeah, so Sheetal, can I go with this now?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. So initially, whenever you open any business, Richa, in that case, like you can't initially find any kind of success or kind of profits or anything. Usually, what happens is like once when people mindset is okay, now I'm opening a preschool, it means that I'm gonna be super successful. So yeah, as I was saying, like people itself, like we just think that I have started an organization, now I need to have a super success. But actually, no. When we are starting up with standalone school, so mine is a standalone school. So I started post COVID. So my challenges were like 1:100. Like I have to convince parents from being, like, okay, kindly have trust in standalone schools and please don't be always behind this franchising models. And even we are here to give good education for the students. But parents' mindset is very much into like, okay, a branded school makes more value than a standalone school. To convince that way, it is like way too beyond. And I really appreciate that Teeny Bean has come forward with a saying like, we do good marketing to get in good amount of leads and all those things. And I really appreciate you, Richa, because the struggle of standalone is something that no one can say it, right? And yes, I had that kind of with me very much from the start itself. So yeah, this is what I faced personally with this.
Sure, sure. Sheetal would like to hear from you as well.
Yeah, the challenges which I have faced, like most of the challenges that Kirtana has covered. So those were the challenges as well. Apart from that, as a entrepreneur, when I have thought that I wanted to start my own preschool, and so if the question for me was to find a location, how to proceed, like tens of question, how I'll do marketing, what are the things as a management I have to do as a admin, how I will hire, and tons of question I was having. So thank God I came across Teeny Beans and the one-stop solution for all. So it was a great help from you, and of course, like there are other operational things I have to take care of, and many other like day-to-day activities, and to convincing the parents is a really big challenge because around my school there are already established other schools are there. So to convince them, even if they are new, they prefer to go to the branded school and the well marketed school whose name is already there in the market. So they prefer to go there rather than picking our school. So we have like sometimes we have to really prove ourselves that we are doing better than them. So it was a really challenging part.
Sure, sure. I completely understand. And since I'm associated with Teeny Beans and I look after the marketing, I completely understand. For a school that is a non-franchise one, it takes a lot of time to get that word of mouth in the market. That is why when we are selling out our marketing solution, when we position that, we always say that we are going to be a one-stop solution for everything. And when we say marketing, we do a 360-degree marketing. So for marketing, I would like to understand now that initially, how, when you started your school, how did you start off with the marketing, like leafleting, offline marketing, online, how did you go about that?
Kirtana, is that okay to start?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so initially when I started with the offline marketing. Like online was there only on the GMB registration we did, and the account of Facebook and Instagram we have opened, but there wasn't anything to feed because the students were not there. So lots of physical marketing I did. It's like flyer hoardings, and I have held some drawing competition, word of mouth, informing all my friends to distribute in their circles, WhatsApp marketing, Facebook. On the groups I was sending the digital flyers and the ads. So that way I have started. When I have started initially, and the opening ceremony I have planned. So initial marketing was that, and afterwards it is word of mouth and the digital marketing. Like slowly, I have like I was able to do it very slowly on the digital part. I feel, but gradually after few days, it's the existing student. Like even if you are getting one or few students, and they find it like yes, the quality we are giving is really nice, so they spread a word among their friends, and referral also we are getting. So this is how I'm doing marketing.
That's very nice to hear. Keetna, over to
Yeah.
you.
Initially, as Sheetal told that I was not a part of digital marketing at all because, like I have, even before I told you, Richa, like I have tied up with so many marketing people who told that in present market we are going to generate leads, we are going to generate, a branding and all those things. I literally like we did, signboards, we did, the leaflets, whatever it is, like what not we have tried up. So with marketing, literally I have lost a lot of money though. So then again, I started my schooling with only one child for almost 6 7 months. So in those time also, that one parent who is still with very good rapport, even if they are moved to Bombay and all those things, like they are like, no, I need them to be here. That word of mouth is what serving toddler town till date. So even now, like, to be very frank, this long stretch of 3 months who's giving a proper feedback or content is with only teeny beans. So rest all, I think I have told you, like it is just weed off. All these students right now in my school are with like word of mouth, and over here in my area there are almost like 7 to 8 branded preschools. So to fight among with standalone and branded, like the struggle, right? Even if you market them, they will definitely not keep it, because no one comes with a healthy competition, right? They just need to, they'll make sure that the other one has been stepped to the extent where we don't get time to even breathe. So that level of competitions that people are going with. So yeah, so shelling out money with zero things is of no use. So word of mouth and Google My Business is the only way or a platform where we have a hope of continuing with our schools. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Absolutely. I completely agree with both of you. So, when we say that we have branded schools around, so of course, that is their advantage because, the brand is already existing, no matter if you've just started your school, right? And about what.
Parents doesn't even give a thought like, okay, what is the school offering apart from standing line, sleeping line? Definitely that doesn't cost the child anything, because they face consequences only after grade one with standing and sleeping line. But still people prefer to go and put them in the branded school because they have that pride within themselves. So I don't know, either we should change or we have to let parents change their mentality, kind of.
Of course, absolutely agree. And that is why when we started out with BuzzApp, we have our referral program over there. So that is because we know the importance of word of mouth. No matter how much you do digital marketing, you do pamphlets, but a parent whose kid is starting in your school, if that parent goes and tells the other parent that the school is really good and my child is learning, so word of mouth definitely has great. That is why we have introduced the referral program through BuzzApp itself, so that we can utilize this, because once actually students come and they stay in your school, they will learn something, and then they'll tell their parents, I learned this thing in the school, right? And the parent would be like proud of the kid, but unless and until that word of mouth goes out, so that is why we successfully run referral programs through Buzz app itself. Also, like both of you were mentioning, it's very important when, like Sheetal was mentioning, she started off with offline marketing. That's like the first thing you need to do, right? The pamphleting, the brochures, everything. Apart from that, we should also have the website of your school so that the parents know all the information. It's at one place, right? It should be easy to use. And of course, like you mentioned, Google My Business, that is like a very, very good source where you can actually get parental inquiry. So it's very important that we post regularly, because we are a non-branded school, but we are building our brand. So we need to spread that awareness, right? We should need to post a lot in Facebook about the activities that we are doing in the school, or the curriculum we are following. So daily posting on your social medias definitely will bring that reach to you, right? So that is like a very, very good aspect to it. So my next question to both of you would be that, so currently, like, what do you feel, which platform or any social media that you think was very powerful in in getting you leads, or spreading the word of mouth? How did that work?
Technically speaking, it would be like all the social media platform, because over here 90% of people are digitalized, are on digital platform every single time. You say it from 65 plus, you say it 50, you say it 5-year old also, they are on their go, like on the phone. So every small child also has a Facebook account and an Instagram account, and even 60 plus people also have an Instagram and Facebook, though they don't know how to use the platform, right? So Google, like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, every social media makes a huge difference either in promoting and depromoting both aspects. Like good or bad, it's like on both ways. So yeah, so all platforms are like yes, and not everyone sees online, like because there are few people who literally doesn't know how to operate phone, and at the same time, like outdoor like what do you call that, as marketing also doesn't help because they don't know how to read. So you can just, we don't know what type of people we need to target on to get in good leads. That is the main thing that we have in over here right now.
Got it, absolutely.
Yes, Kirtan has covered almost all the points. All the social media platforms are important. For generating leads, I feel Google My Business plays a very vital role because lots of leads I get from there. I myself is not very social, and people, those who are searching school, they already everything. Everybody nowadays use Google to all the social medias are important, I feel. And
Very much, like we don't know which platform serves us good amount, right? So yeah.
Sure, absolutely. I completely agree. So Google My Business is definitely, a very powerful tool. So if we are consistent, because when genuinely a parent is looking for a lead, they will go to Google and they will search, preschools near me. So if you're constantly posting blogs, stories over there, updating your site regularly, I think that is a very good way actually to get in genuine parental inquiries. Now, moving on to the next part. So, now that we have covered how we are doing the marketing and everything, so how do you think how important it is to actually, when a parent is reaching out to you, a parent has reached out to you, asked about your brochure, or they want to know about your school, how important it is to, get back to them in the right time, right? Giving a prompt response. How important do you think that is? Do you have, like, did you face any challenge on getting back to the parent, or you missed on out on a lead? So would like to understand that.
okay, for for parent to convince to come, till the parental comes to our place to visit and to see what we are offering, what we are doing, how is the preschool, the premises and everything. It takes a lot of efforts, lot of posting, lot of advertising and marketing to convince them that please at least come and see what we are offering and what we are doing, how is the preschool. So it takes a lot of efforts, and when the parent is already once they are coming, so it is really important for us to convince them very uh, you know they should, the parents should be convinced all around, like we are taking care of safety, we are taking care of curriculum, their studies, we are taking care of everything. So it's very important, and the when the parent is coming, he is going to other schools as well.
Yes, And we should always keep that window that we respond to the parents within 24 hours. Because, when they've put in an inquiry, they are looking for schools, but there are schools around you, right? If
Yes.
that lead is passed on to another school, then that becomes a challenge. And it is very important that, they get a constant reminder that your school exists and your school is there. So through Buzz app, what we do is when the lead is coming in the lead management module, there's an auto-generated SMS or WhatsApp, whichever you've subscribed to, it would go on its own. Even if you don't, if the lead has come in and you did not get the time to attend to that, but through WhatsApp, a message is already gone, a welcome message from your school. So that constant communication to the parent that we do exist, we are here to assist you. That is very, very important. And then,
Yes.
of course, making YouTube videos of your school. Now, if they're not wanting to come down, make a attractive video of your preschool, right? Keep that in YouTube. Just send them the link. Here's the link. You can go through our school. This is our school. This is what we do. So, when we say that we need to be regular on posting on our social media, doesn't mean that we have to always create content, right? Content is always around. You're teaching in the school, take a picture, post it online. So our social presence that we are building, that is very, very important, right? You must be agreeing with me, Sheetal.
Yes, 100%, I agree on that. It creates a lot of impact, even the existing parents and student, because the student cannot go and communicate what they are learning and what they are doing in the school. So the
Absolutely.
parents only come to know what, like, yes, my child is learning, doing, this activity today. He's learning this today. So they also come to know, and it's important for me, like us, to keep the existing students as well.
Absolutely, I completely agree. And since we are promoting non-franchise preschool, this is your own school, so you'll be taking care of each and every aspect of your school. It's very crucial for you, right? So how would you define that? How are you unique, right? How do you differentiate from the other schools, all the franchisee ones? Because those are big name, those are branded. So how would you actually tell a parent that you're unique?
Yes, this is actually this is what I'm using currently. I convince all the parents as I show that this is the curriculum. These are the USPs we are taking. We are taking, kids yoga. We are taking Minimax Abacus. The premises I show, but big giant school, they already have the name. The name itself is like, yes, my child is going to this brand. My child is going to this brand. Even if the school is not big, they are not providing that good curriculum or not that teacher, the quality of teaching. But the parent, they like to take that name and move, like tell their friends and family, like, yes, my child is going to that school. So like we have to convince the parent that no, we are also better than that. It is not the regular curriculum we are provided, but also these are the USPs we are doing. And I am convincing all my parents on the basis of curriculum, because all the other schools here, branded schools here, they have their brand, they have the same things.
Of
And
course.
they also have the same thing. We are also in the preschool. So while we are apart, I feel the curriculum plays very vital role. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So I'm convincing all my parents on that part only, that yes, we are giving the quality of education and the curriculum is very nice. So you should try on that. So that way, I have to convince a lot and then take follow up and many things.
Of course, that's like a complete process, that you have to convince them to come down to your school. Because when parents are actually getting their kids admitted in the school, they see a couple of factors. Curriculum, they will check for safety. So that building trust is very, very important. And like you were mentioning, word of mouth, once you convince people that your school is the best in the locality, your job is done there. You'll automatically be getting leads through word of mouth. Like word of mouth works like magic. So
Yeah,
I definitely,
I feel
definitely
after,
agree.
after initially when I have started, I was having very few students in the school, but how my students are increasing is the only one thing is the word of mouth, the referral. The
Absolutely.
existing students who are coming, they are only referring the other students, and this is how the number of students are getting increased in the school.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I was mentioning, so and another thing we always tell our partners is that when you're getting these parental inquiries, put it together at one place. That is why we have built Buzz app, so that you can actually store the leads there. And the beauty of it is that you have everything at one place. The data management part. So one parent has visited you, you're writing it down in a piece of paper. The next day the piece of paper is lost. So why do we say that we want all the leads together to be recorded at one place? The beauty of BuzzApp is that all the data is there. Now you arrange for a summer camp, right? You simply take all the data, send them out a message, and your work is done. It's just a 2-minute job. But to initially grow that database, you'll have to work on actually having all the data at one place. So lead management is definitely very important aspect, and like I was mentioning, like sending out the communication. So do you like conduct summer camps, or are you working on building a community where you're doing fun things, where you're inviting kids who are not from your school, probably just just for engagement purpose? Are you currently working on things like this?
We have arranged when at the beginning of at the very beginning of the preschool, I have arranged a drawing competition for the children where parents of the 0 to 3 years were also allowed, and they also can sit and do the drawing. At that time I did that. And summer camp, yes, it was a very first summer camp of mine, and really the parents were happy, the children were super duper happy. And it also helped me to generate create a few leads, and the confirm admissions also came on the basis of the result of the summer like successful summer camp. So yes, it also helps building the school community, like the students which are coming once in your school and getting converted because of the 2 weeks of that summer camp. They are liking everything about your preschool, and the parent is getting converted into a regular student. So it's really a joyful thing.
Sure, absolutely. And like, because these are kids, they'll be very excited about their birthdays. So when you're celebrating their birthdays, click a picture, post it through WhatsApp, post it on your social media. Their parents will like the picture, download the picture, engage with you. And that is how you will actually get in more leads for yourself, right? So that is like a very, very big aspect. So how much do you think that helped you? So did you get in leads from there? And if leads are coming in, so if parents are coming in, for a school visit, do you always ask them that, how did you come to know about my school? So did
Yes.
you ask the source? Yeah.
Yes, I ask a lot of questions to them when they are coming. Yes, and I give them a lot of insights also about everything about the school and the curriculum and everything. So yes, I do ask them like the source of why they are, how they come to know about the school. If they are like anybody has referred them, or like through brochures or the hoardings. So how they have come to school, I always ask them, and I keep a track of the inquiries which I'm able to generate, like how I'm able to generate the inquiries. So yes, initially it was flyers was helpful to me. So many at least inquiries I could generate, like people come to know, yes, this preschool has opened in this area and it is there. So yes, I was able to generate inquiries, though the conversion rate initially wasn't that much because they trusted the old school, which are already there since few years. So yes, yeah, the gradually it will get developed. That's what I feel.
Yes, and offline marketing is something that actually it takes a bit of time to get in those leads, you have to convince them to come, but that again works very beautifully. So your online presence is there, they've seen your offline pamphlet, they go to your website, see all the information, just quickly. Maybe you could have an admission form online, which is easily built, through BuzzApp. You fill the admission form, you get that lead registered in BuzzApp, and of course then you can invite them to come over your school. That definitely works. And so like you were talking about the curriculum, so our curriculum is a EYFS, advanced curriculum. How do you think that plays a role, when you're actually pitching the clients, or you're talking to the parents? How do you think that impacts when you speak about the curriculum? Do they get impressed because this is a new thing and other schools are not doing? So do you think that's like a X factor in your school?
Yes, I feel for me it is like a curriculum is everything. So, when parents see, yeah, my 2-year-old is doing yoga, they feel very proud. Like, yeah, I'm not able to make him sit at home in one place and he's doing yoga in the school. So when they see the picture and they appreciate, like, yeah, I'm very happy. I could see the changes in him. I'm talking about the existing parents. So we also feel as an educator very, proud that yes, we are getting a nice feedback from the parents. So as and when the parents are coming and I'm explaining, yes, we will be taking the kids yoga, I'll be taking the minimax abacus, we will be teaching the French language, bonjour, the French language. So the parents will, yeah, the 2-year-old he can't even speak. So do you think he can manage on all those things? So yes, I said them, yeah, please you enroll in our school, you will definitely see the difference. Like I show them the responses of the the feedback I have received from the existing parents, and they really they really doubt, and once they took the if the admission get converted and they really see the changes in their child, so they really say, yeah, I was doubting initially, but now I could see the my so lots of change in my child. So that way, the parent, those who are getting converted, they really give the positive feedback.
So do you also record that feedback in your website, Google My Business account? Do you ask them to do that for you?
I take them. I ask them to give us Google reviews on the Google My Business. I have not recorded any feedback so yet, but it's I think nice idea to do so.
Yes, of course, it's a very good idea to actually get those feedbacks, record them, post it in your social media, because again, feedbacks are also like word of mouth but digitally. So it would be actually very impactful if you record those feedbacks, post it in your Google account. So the higher rating you get in Google My Business, your account is going to rank, right? So that's like a very, very good thing. I think Sumi had a question. Sumi, did you have a question? You had raised your.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yes,
please tell
yes.
me.
I do have a question to this Sheetal.
Okay, yes.
Yes, Sumi.
Hi, Sheetal. Actually, I was planning to open preschool. So I just want to know that when you open the preschool, and the first students, how it enroll to your school, is it from offline or online? And if it is offline, how you process, means how it has been done, so that I can get an experience of this.
Hi, Sumi. Thank you for the question. I think for me it was different. It could be different for everybody. So for me, it was my best friend who supported me throughout my journey when I was,
Mhm.
working and researching for all the like how and when I can do preschool stuff. How can I do that? So she was there with me, and for her child, she was also looking for a good preschool. So my first child is my best friend's daughter, and initial few
Okay.
admissions is really important. Even
Hmm.
even if it is even she's my best friend, she need to trust in your capabilities and your preschool and your what you're doing. So yes, like initial few things you have to manage really, it's really hard to get the few inquiries or the admissions, and once
Yeah,
you started, then it is, yeah, like the process get repeated, no. Then it's easy, but first few admissions
actually,
are really important.
that's the one like I was asking you that how the approach goes out to the because there are n numbers of preschool now in India. If
Yes.
I talk about the place which I was looking for, that is Bangalore, and it is n numbers of like in one byline only we can see one preschool. So how like to approach one student to come down, is there any strategy behind there that will help the new person to be open like me, like if I going to open a preschool, any strategy is there which can be followed to get a student, because as you have told, it is a word of mouth, correct? Because after that only people will trust you, but the trusting comes from one person who is already engaged in the school, right?
Yeah, actually, Sumi, you can always, get the courage to start the, preschool. Once you have a preschool, you can easily like one step at a time you can take, and you can figure it out how you can. For every area, every preschool, it is different. So I feel
Huh,
once
correct.
you take a first step, then go the second step, go the third step, you will figure out yourself like what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So, like, what is other schools in your area are doing, how they are proceeding. So you can have always market. You can do market research, and you can plan your
And then
strategies.
already doing the research.
Sorry, I could not hear you.
Already doing the research. No,
Yeah.
already
So
I am
like
doing the R&D on the student.
Yeah, so once you open
But
the preschool,
only
you'll understand what is working for you, what clients are getting converted, what inquiries are not getting converted, what is the reason behind that, and you can fix it and figure it
mm,
out.
okay.
And Richa will be also, guiding you on that very nicely, of course.
Of course. Thank you, Sheetal, for taking up the question. I really appreciate all your insights because, we are always there to support and help our partners. But of course, you being the, owner of the school and running the school, practically being there, that, takes a lot of efforts. So, like you were mentioning, that when parents are coming, that's like a process, you convince them, they come and then they go back. So, how do you do your follow up process? Like, you give them a call, you write an email, once they visit your school after the meeting, they've gone home. Now, how do you do your follow up process? Do you have like a process in place for that also?
Yeah, any like yeah, I have a process like I have seen in my area the people are mostly on the phone. They don't use emails. Like yeah, they are if they are from the IT background. I have a mix of a crowd. It's Marunji is a basically village and few of the societies located. So if they are from the society, they yes do they see the mail and all. But most of my inquiries are from the Marunji village. So I have seen they don't see the mails. So what I does, I take their contact number when they come for the inquiry, and I send them like thank you for after once they visit or if they are interested. I after that I send the thank you message to them. I send them all the links if they are interested to go through and looking for more details. So that way I send a message, and after that next day I give a call also that what is their what they are thinking to take. Like are they interested for the admission or not? If not, or yes, if they when they are visiting, if not, then what are the reasons? So I always try to figure out if they are taking admission, then what are the reason? If they are not taking admission, then what are the reasons?
I think that's an excellent way to actually handle all your needs. Every parental inquiry, right now, like Kirtana was mentioning, she had an inquiry, she went to attend that. So it's very important we always take up a feedback, right? Even if they are not, taking admission, we need to know why. Again, when you start running your preschool, once, there are no readmissions, so for the next class, the same student is not coming back. We need to know the reason and address that, because if we don't know the reason, we will not be able to figure out that why that happened. So we need to first figure out that why is that happening. And so do you think like social media is helping in that case, like about you when you're posting about what you're daily doing? Are you getting in inquiries from there as well?
From social media, I'm not getting so far any inquiries, but I feel strongly social media is a very powerful tool to keep the existing student in the school, and so that the parents also like existing students and parents both they come to know what is going on in the school, what we are
Absolutely.
doing, how we are doing, what are the teaching methodologies we are using. The existing parents are also like the number of students I'm getting are all referrals, right? So if the existing parents are convinced enough that yes, the school is nice, so they are like automatically spread a word of mouth among other students, like other parents, and we will get more inquiries, more leads.
Absolutely, that definitely helps. Hi Kirtan, I can see you
Yeah,
back.
hi, I'm back. Yeah.
Yes, welcome back. So, me and Shiku, we were discussing about the follow-ups that we do. So, like Geetana, you were mentioning that you have a lot of schools, like branded schools and franchise schools all around you. So, how do you think that you would differentiate your school from them? So, when a parental inquiry you get like the one you just got now, so how do you differentiate your school from others?
See, when we say standalone schools, we have a lot of wings to just explore up. Like, we don't have a constrained curriculum, like we need to say like standing, sleeping, and, slanting line kind of. We can teach them in any form. Okay, like it depends on the child. It depends main on the parents to make a mindset of, yes, I need this kind of education. So they feel A is for apple alone and not A for arrow, A for ambulance, A for apple. That doesn't matter for them. All that matters is like just A for apple. You teach me A for apple, that is more than enough. You don't teach me anything extra. I think that is how even you're facing an issue right now. And other thing is like they compare the fee structure. Even if we come to the lowest, they come and bargain over here. Then, they just go and ask in, the branded schools. Branded says 60 and we say 50. Why is it so much? It is too expensive for my child. But the same parent, with just 5 10,000, they just go and put the child in the branded schools, which doesn't even matter to them. And again they come back to tuitions with the same school giving us extra money. We can't try to, cope up with the level of parents' mentality at all. Seriously, this is a real incident that has happened in my school. Like a parent wanted to take inquiry for LKG. We told it is like, a certain amount. And she told bargain, like the previous branded schools are giving an offers of so much. I said, Mom, we have extracurricular activity which the school is not providing, and we are putting it from our pocket. But still, just for that, the certain amount, she put them in the branded school, and the same child is coming to tuitions after 2:30. Isn't it something that, I'm not able to understand the scenario, or I'm not able to understand the mindset of a parent, first of all. Why did she take it out from here? And again, why did she come and put the child back in my school as a tutorials? Like, they are okay if we train them. We train them A to Z. And again, when they go there, they want the brand to be there. So if we want to make our school a branded one, I think we need a good marketing support to just pull those parents off from their mind. Really, this is something like, yeah.
Absolutely, I completely agree, and that's like what we are trying to do and help our partners with. We are trying to build your brand, right? So, like I was mentioning, you were also mentioning, even Sheetal was talking about the power of social media. So, the number of times you post, okay, the number of awareness you spread through social media, your presence over there, the more number of content is there for the parents to see, automatically your school also becomes a brand the more they see it, right? We know this branded or franchisee school because we see it all also figure out, okay, this is also a brand, right? And Kirtana, very nicely you explained about the fee structure, so I would actually like to know from both of you. So do you think fees is like the fee structure, how did you decide that this would be the fee structure? So did you do kind of a analysis, or how did you plan on setting up the fee structure?
First thing, it would be like market research. Like if other school brands are already been existing over here, so they have set one margin. So if there is only mine and another brand, so obviously we both have to match the same levels. Or even if it is high or low, that doesn't matter. But when the parent has multiple options, like say 6 or 7 preschools around, the parent will be like, okay, if you don't give it for less, someone else will be giving it for less, just to bag on admissions, and just to convert those leads or inquiries. They are ready to even give it for 20 or 30, which definitely they know that that is not going to be profitable for them at all, because the teacher's salary, or maintaining the school itself will go with like almost 1 lakh a month. So the revenue that we get in is not going to fit in that much. Like, we have to literally put it from our own hands. Only then we can survive in the market. But at the same time, we can't neither quit also saying that no, this is not happening. We need in numbers. Only when you get numbers, we can say that the school is a brand. If there is no number, the school is not a brand. We give them 100 or 200 or 2,000% of our effort, the school is left like unrecognized, unless and until there are around 7 to 8 centers or 50 plus centers, that kind of. And everyone knows that Euro kids, or I don't want to say up, but the branded schools are not justifying the student, but still people want brands, because there are other places, even if they migrate or if they move, they get that school. But standalones are not like that. We need to build it from the scratch, and the process goes on. And fee structure wise, even if you keep like 70% lower to what the price is, the struggle is literally real. You can't compensate, you can't match to any of the things which are like, it is really very difficult. You give for free, people are ready to come in. You quote 5,000 from a standalone school, you will be questioned. Like, why 5,000? Why not 2,000 kind of? Those kind of mentality of parents we in.
One story I would like to share here. One of the parent who has inquired in my school was doubting actually, like how your fees is that much. Like, will my child really, learn what are things he will learn?
Exactly.
So I just said, yes, I just said, you can pay like only few months were like there of the academic session. I said you can take the admission for these months. I don't mind the fees, but next academic year you have to pay the full fee if you are satisfied. The parent then took the admission for 2 3 months, and he was really satisfied. And he paid for next academic year. He paid the full fees, and also the last before 2 days he was having his birthday. So he sent so many goodies and pastries and eatables for all my staff as a token of love. So there are different kind of parents.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure. I think this was a very, very interesting session. And thank you to both of you for all the insights. We'll just take up a couple of questions. So we have a question from Sangeeta Singh. She's asking, how do you ensure prompt and effective responses to parental inquiries? Please help me with this.
Okay, so you just need to say what exactly you are providing to your school. See, getting in admissions or getting a or converting those leads are definitely not in your hand. At the same time, you can't lower your standards of your school by reducing your fee structure beyond your limit and then offering it to the parents. You know your standard, you know your thing, because every parent are, I know, like they are quite different, but you can't differentiate like, okay, now one parent asks for 50 and other parent you give for 20 because they keep on bargaining and you need to get the lead. No, that is where we lose the standard of our school. That is where we lose the standard of our education. So whatever it is, this is what we are offering. If it is like, okay, let's do that. Now we need to give, if parents are open-minded in giving a good education to the children, they will definitely come forward. Like, you don't have to lower yourself at any point of time just because we need to convert leads. Yes, I understand leads are important, but at the same time, your school, your reputation, and also your standards are equally important beyond anything else.
Absolutely. Sheetal, what would be your take on that?
Yeah, I am very new, like, doing it. When I come, as I ask you, as I told you, I ask a lot of questions to the parents. Where do they live? What do they do? How they come to know about the school? And, if, few things, it was already in my mind that if really the child is interested, the parent is interested, and they are interested in the school and they're liking everything about the school, only the problem is money. So I to few student I do give discount even if it is beyond the standards I have set, like iske beyond that I won't be coming. So I do give them discount if even if the parent is not if the I really feel the financial condition of the parent is not that good, because initially you have to do that because I have to show the number of students. Yes, if the students are not there, how can I show them what is the curriculum we are providing, what is the quality we are giving? So I need students for that. So this is what strategy I'm following right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I completely agree. And to add on to that, to have an effective, response, I think a dedicated communication channel should be there. Like Sheetal was mentioning earlier, that over there people are not responding to emails. So when they are not responding to emails, what could be your alternative channel? WhatsApp. So that communication should go out. So the channel you'll have to figure out, which they are comfortable in. Another thing I was mentioning about the response time. So people, when we are getting in
And
this
sorry to interrupt you, Richa. Like, even
sure.
if you give multiple follow-ups to the parents take us so light that they don't even respond to a call. Nowadays, Truecaller is in everyone's phone, and they know this number belongs to so and so school. One call they pick and say, "Ma'am, we have a different choice. We are going with it. Thank you for your time." We wouldn't have been like giving a constant. I know patience is literally required in this field, but at some point of time that patience itself will put you down irrespective of what we do in, right? So they don't answer our calls. They just say, "We please connect to us post 1 week." That post 1 week, when we try to call in, they will never pick our call up. So what sort of response or the reactions or we need to do in, there are few parents who literally say, "Ma'am, this is my problem and we have found a solution and thank you for your time." And I really appreciate such parents. And there are few parents who are like, either they say yes, they say no. And there are few parents who doesn't say anything but just keep on calling every 1 year to just say like what exactly is happening in the school and all those things. It is like quite really, it's very challenging to follow up with a parent who is in a mindset of not willing to come to the school. Not they need to take an admission, they just need to play with those 1 year time, so that the child is right to the age. That is what it is.
That's like a part of being a preschool owner. But more or less,
Yeah.
we also could set up automated responses, right? That is also very helpful. So if when a lead is coming, if you're not available, if a automated response is going on, that would be very helpful. And of course, the 24 hours limit. So you should always try and respond within 24 hours, because like I was mentioning earlier also, that the parents, they are looking for schools, they'll get another option because there are preschools around you, right? So that 24 hours window is very, very important, that you respond to that lead or the parental inquiry within 24 hours. We'll quickly take up one more question. We have a question from Rupa Sikdar. She's asking, what online platforms do you find most effective for promoting your preschool? So you did discuss this earlier, but I like to give some light on this, because this is what through BuzzUp we do about the marketing bit. So of course, definitely, I think Facebook is a great channel. You can build your page there, you can build a community of your parents, and you should, when you're posting, you should actually post about original content, like the kids in your school. Please do not use AI pictures or pictures from Google, because then the parents will not engage. If you post pictures of their kids, right, they will engage more. Okay, you can update events there. Like I was also mentioning to Sheetal, that you can always collect testimonies, feedback, so that you can socially post it. Another thing, same with Instagram. And of course, Google My Business is a very good tool. You should post regularly, post photos, ask satisfied parents to leave reviews. That would get you again a lot of engagement. And apart from that, we could also use YouTube. Create a channel there, post a virtual tour, post about your school, make a video of your school. Like I was telling Sheetal earlier, parents are not ready to visit your school, just send them a YouTube link. So I think that is definitely helpful. Any of you could add, if you want to add anything.
I think you have mostly covered all the points. Was regular update on the social media is, I feel, very crucial part to keep your parents updated and keep your followers. Even if they have not enrolled their child in your school, and if they are getting updates from your school, so the chances are that next year they are inquiring, yeah, this school is having lots of activities, lots of things they are doing, lots of stuff they are doing, so they can have a shift of mind. If they have to recommend some other parent or neighbors or someone, they'll say, no, my child is in this school, but you go and inquire in that school. So it also plays a very important role. We have to keep working hard. Marketing is not a one day thing, you have to keep doing it every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. I completely agree. Sure. So if anybody has any more questions, you could either write to us or put it in the chat. We will respond to you through an email, because our time is really limited. So we approach to the end of the session, and as we do that, I would like to thank both of our speakers for sharing their valuable expertise and knowledge. Your contribution has really provided us with a deeper understanding of the principle and practices, how you can actually enhance early childhood and how you can actually successfully run a preschool. I would also like to thank all the participants for their active engagement and thoughtful questions. Your involvement has made this session very interactive and enriching for everyone involved. We hope that you leave this webinar inspired and equipped with new ideas and strategies to implement on your own educational setting. Thank you once again for joining us today. Have a wonderful day ahead, and we look forward to seeing you at future events like this. Thank you, Kirtana. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
joining
Richard.
us.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Sheetal. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you
Bye
so
Good
much
bye.
day.
for.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All
Thank you,
the
everyone.
good luck to all the future those who are interested to open the preschool. So I wish them good luck.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much, Sheetal.